Are you telling yourself that feeling less virile is just part of getting older? Perhaps the issue lies in what you're consuming just moments after you wake up. There's a common breakfast mistake that a staggering number of men over 60, we're talking about 9 out of 10, unknowingly make every single day. And it's quietly sabotaging the healthy circulation in their pelvic region without them even realizing it. Many men are simply unaware that their morning meal is either promoting robust blood flow to the groin or gradually hindering it. Even more surprising is that a lot of men are missing out on the opportunity to include one simple, readily available food that could really help turn the tide. I'm Dr. Evelyn Blake, and as a specialist in men's health with decades of experience, I've not only identified this widespread breakfast trap, but I've also uncovered the secret to overcoming it and getting your body back on track. The truth is this: your body naturally wants to revitalize circulation down there, but it needs the right support to do so. And that support isn't found in a pill or a prescription, despite what the multi-billion-dollar pharmaceutical industry would have you believe. The real tools for change are found in 5 very specific, simple foods that you can easily incorporate into your morning routine. These are foods you likely already know and may even have in your kitchen, but you probably never realized how powerfully they can boost masculine circulation. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to use these foods to your advantage. I'll explain how these 5 easy-to-find ingredients can work together to improve blood flow, strengthen the vital muscle tissue in your pelvic area, and ultimately boost your confidence, all without unwanted side effects. Be sure to watch until the very end, because I'm going to reveal a key strategy that will tie everything together. And let me tell you, food number 3, in particular, is helping men experience noticeable improvements in a remarkably short time, often in less than a week. So, let's jump right in. But before we dive into these incredible foods, if you're serious about reclaiming your vitality and optimizing circulation where it truly counts, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. This way, you'll never miss out on another valuable tip designed specifically for men over 60 who are looking to live their best lives. And if this video resonates with you in any way, please type a 1 in the comments below. If it doesn't, type a 0. I personally read every response, and your feedback helps me create content that's even more tailored to your specific needs and concerns. Alright, let's start with the first food, something you most likely already have in your refrigerator. It's a food that might have been overlooked for years, but it's simple, familiar, and when consumed at the right time, it can significantly boost blood flow and promote muscle repair in the area that matters most to you. I'm talking about whole eggs, nature's ultimate nutritional powerhouse for revitalizing circulation after the age of 60. Over the years, I've lost count of the number of men over 60 who have sat across from me, feeling frustrated, embarrassed, and utterly confused about why things downstairs just aren't the same anymore. And almost without fail, when I ask them about their typical diet, they shrug and say something along the lines of, "Well, Dr. Blake, I usually just have a cup of coffee in the morning, maybe a slice of toast if I'm feeling up to it." What they don't realize is that their body, especially as they get older, is craving specific nutrients from the moment they wake up. And one of the most potent sources of those vital nutrients is something they've likely had in their fridge their entire lives: whole eggs. I know that eggs got a bad reputation in the past. Concerns about cholesterol, old science, outdated fears, they cast a shadow over this incredible food. But let me be absolutely clear. If you're a man over 60 and you're not eating whole eggs on a regular basis, you're missing out on one of nature's most effective tools for restoring blood flow and strength to your lower body. The real magic lies in the yolk. That vibrant golden center is incredibly rich in vitamin D, vitamin B12, choline, and leucine. Leucine is a particularly powerful amino acid that triggers muscle repair and growth, including the deep, often overlooked muscles of the pelvic floor. These are the very muscles that play a vital role in supporting erections, controlling urinary flow, and helping you maintain stability and balance as you go about your day. As blood flow naturally slows down with age, these crucial muscles are often among the first to suffer. But when you nourish them properly, especially first thing in the morning, your body responds in remarkable ways. You'll likely feel steadier on your feet, notice fewer cramps or feelings of numbness, and, yes, You may even start to feel more confident and vital during intimate moments. And this isn't due to some magic pill or quick fix. It's because your blood is flowing freely again, nourishing your tissues and revitalizing your body from the inside out. And if you think this is just a theoretical idea, let me share a story about one of my patients, Richard. Richard came to see me at the age of 67, feeling completely discouraged and defeated. He looked at me with the voice of someone who had simply given up and said, "Dr. Blake, it's been over 2 years. The factory is closed. I wake up in the morning, and nothing happens." He was convinced that age had simply won. I shared with him what I'm sharing with you now. I said, "Richard, I want you to forget everything you think you know for a while. For the next 4 weeks, I simply want you to start your day with 2 whole eggs. You can boil them, scramble them, it doesn't matter. Just make them a consistent part of your morning routine." He almost laughed in my face. You could tell he thought it was a complete waste of time. But less than a month later, I received a phone call. It was Richard, and his voice was completely different, almost like a young boy's. He said, practically shouting in disbelief, "Doc, I don't know what you did, but I woke up today feeling like I was 40 again." But the story doesn't end there. His confidence had returned so dramatically that he insisted on showing me the difference in his overall demeanor. Take a look at this video that Richard sent me shortly after that phone call. "Dr. Blake, I just had to record this. When you told me about eating 2 eggs every morning, well, I'll be honest, I was skeptical. At 67, I had pretty much given up. I felt washed out, with no energy, and I just figured it was normal for things to stop working. But I've stuck with it for a month now, and today, I woke up feeling like I was 40 again. You can't imagine what that feels like. It's more than physical. It's the confidence. It's feeling like a man again. You gave me back something I thought was lost forever. And who knew the secret was in my fridge this whole time? From the bottom of my heart, thank you." Now, let's move on to number 2, oatmeal with chia seeds, the artery cleaner. Every time I see an older man in my office complaining about poor circulation, weakened erections, or that persistent heavy feeling in his lower body, I don't just ask about his medications. I also ask about his breakfast. And far too often, the answer is either that he skips breakfast entirely or that his morning meal is full of sugar and empty carbohydrates. What I recommend instead might seem too simple to make a real difference, but trust me, a warm bowl of oatmeal with chia seeds has transformed more lives than you might imagine. Oatmeal, all by itself, is a powerful ally for aging arteries. It's packed with a special type of fiber called beta-glucan, which not only helps to lower cholesterol levels, but also actively cleans the walls of your blood vessels. This allows for a greater flow of oxygen-rich blood to reach critical areas, including your pelvis and groin. For men over 60, this kind of circulation support isn't just helpful, it's absolutely essential. Now, when you add chia seeds to the mix, something truly incredible happens. These tiny seeds are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, magnesium, and potassium, all vital nutrients that help your blood vessels relax, reduce inflammation, and promote smoother, stronger blood flow. This powerful combination isn't just good for your heart, it directly impacts your ability to achieve and maintain a healthy erection. I remember another patient, Henry, who told me that his body had started to shut down after he retired. He experienced low energy levels, had trouble climbing stairs, and felt his intimate life fading away. I convinced him to swap his sugary cereal for a warm bowl of oatmeal with chia seeds, a handful of blueberries, and a pinch of cinnamon. Within just 2 weeks, he told me that his legs felt lighter, and within a month, he was sleeping better, waking up with more energy, and experiencing noticeable benefits both in and out of the bedroom. "Doc," he said, laughing, "I didn't think a bowl of oatmeal could do all this." Yes, it can. The truth is that what you eat in the morning sets the tone for your blood flow throughout the entire day. This simple combination of warm, nourishing food sends a signal to your arteries that it's safe to open up. It's time to nourish the muscles and nerves that make you feel like a man. Before we move on to number 3, I'd love to know which city and country you're watching from. I always enjoy making that personal connection with all of you. Now, let's get to number 3, watermelon, the bedroom fruit. I still remember the bewildered look on my friend Bill's face when I told him to start eating watermelon in the mornings. He laughed and said, "Doc, I thought that was just a summer snack." But what he didn't know, and what most men don't know, is that watermelon is one of nature's most underrated tools for restoring blood flow, especially in the areas that matter most. Watermelon is packed with an amino acid called L-citrulline, which, once it's in your body, converts to L-arginine. This, in turn, boosts nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide is the very same compound that opens up your blood vessels, allowing more blood to reach your groin. It's the same biological pathway that's targeted by popular erectile dysfunction drugs, but this time, you're fueling it with real food instead of pharmaceuticals. And it works fast. I've had patients tell me that they started noticing increased sensitivity and stronger morning erections within just a week of adding watermelon to their daily routine. There's something incredibly powerful about allowing your body to do what it was naturally designed to do, without relying on synthetic pills or experiencing unwanted side effects, just pure circulation support straight from your breakfast plate. Bill called me just 2 weeks later and said, "I don't know if it's the watermelon or the fact that I'm finally eating a proper breakfast, but something's waking up downstairs." We both laughed, but the truth is, he wasn't imagining things. The L-citrulline was doing its job, relaxing his blood vessels and giving his lower body a renewed sense of vitality. For the best results, try eating watermelon on an empty stomach or just before your main breakfast. A couple of slices is usually enough. And here's a little insider tip for you. Don't toss the white rind. That part actually has the highest concentration of L-citrulline. You can blend it into a smoothie or even chew on it lightly. It may not be sweet, but your circulation will definitely thank you. If you've been searching for a natural way to feel more alive and energized in your lower body, watermelon might be one of the easiest and most refreshing tools you've been overlooking. Number 4. Steamed sweet potato with Celtic salt, the circulation stabilizer. Of all the recommendations I've given over the years, this is the one that tends to get the most surprised reactions. Sweet potatoes for circulation? Really? But once you understand how your body works in the first few minutes after waking up, it starts to make perfect sense. Your muscles, including those in your legs, pelvis, and yes, even your penis, are essentially operating in a vacuum after hours without food. Your blood vessels need minerals, your muscles need glycogen, and your nervous system needs balance. Half of a steamed sweet potato, sprinkled with just a pinch of unrefined Celtic sea salt, can be the morning stabilizer that your entire lower body has been craving. Sweet potatoes are packed with complex carbohydrates that don't cause a sudden spike in your blood sugar. Instead, they provide your muscles with the clean, sustained energy they need to function smoothly. And when you add Celtic salt, an unrefined salt that's loaded with over 80 essential minerals, you're giving your body the tools it needs to retain water properly, regulate nerve impulses, and maintain healthy blood pressure without the dreaded crash. These minerals play a vital role in muscle contractions, healthy circulation, and optimizing nerve sensitivity, all of which can decline with age if we're not careful. I had one patient, Thomas, who was 70 years old, who told me that he woke up every morning with heavy, numb legs and a ridiculous ache in his groin. He had tried stretches, massages, and even some prescribed medications, but nothing seemed to work. I suggested a simple change. Before his usual breakfast, try eating half of a steamed sweet potato with a glass of warm water and just a touch of mineral salt. He thought it was far too simple to make a difference, but just 3 days later, he called me and said, "Dr. Blake, I don't know what's going on, but my legs feel lighter, and I'm not leaning on the nightstand just to get myself out of bed anymore." There's something comforting about starting your day with real food, something that your body recognizes and appreciates. It's something that doesn't just treat the symptoms, but actually restores balance from the inside out. Sweet potatoes may seem humble, but when eaten in this way, they work quietly and powerfully to restore circulation, balance minerals, and energize every step you take. Now, I need to pause here for a moment because this is critically important. While this video is giving you the what, the specific foods to eat, I also want to share a valuable resource that explains the why behind these recommendations and offers a powerful, natural solution to male vitality. It's a video presentation that I believe is essential viewing for any man who is concerned about his sexual health and performance. It reveals a surprisingly simple, 60-second home remedy that's designed to address what new scientific research suggests is the true root cause of many of these male performance issues. It's not about masking symptoms with temporary fixes. It's about taking a 100% natural approach to restoring your youthful hardness and stamina. I strongly encourage you to watch it. I'm going to leave a direct link to that presentation in the pinned comment below this video. Go ahead and open that link in a new tab so you can easily watch it right after we're done here. Finally, let's get to number 5. What you need to do today, starting today. If you've made it this far into the video, that already tells me something very important about you. You care. You're not simply coasting through this stage of life, passively letting your body do whatever it wants. You're still in the fight, and you're committed to taking control of your health. And the good news is that you now have some powerful tools at your disposal. But tools mean absolutely nothing if they just sit unused in a drawer. Real change begins when you decide to take action today, not tomorrow, not next week. Start small. Commit to eating just one of the 5 foods we've talked about tomorrow morning. Maybe it's 2 whole eggs with the yolk, or maybe it's a warm bowl of oatmeal with chia seeds and a sprinkle of cinnamon. You don't need to be perfect right away, you just need to start. Because what you eat in the first hour after waking up is one of the most impactful decisions you can make for your circulation, your overall confidence, and your long-term independence. No more skipping breakfast altogether. No more waiting until you're already starving, tired, or behind on your to-do list. Give your body what it needs, right when it's asking for it. This is the moment when your blood vessels are at their most receptive, when your muscles are primed to take in nutrients, and when you have the opportunity to break the cycle of decline and start rebuilding what time has tried to take away. You might not notice dramatic changes overnight, but stay consistent and persistent. In just a few days, you could start to feel more energy in your legs, more warmth in your groin, more strength in your steps, and more responsiveness where it truly matters. You could start sleeping better at night. You could even wake up feeling something that you haven't felt in a long time. Hope. If you're worried that it's simply too late for you to turn things around, I can tell you with complete honesty that it's not. I've personally seen men in their 60s, 70s, and even late 80s completely transform their energy levels, their intimate lives, and their overall vitality by simply committing to this one thing: starting. So, the question is simple. Will you take that first step tomorrow morning? Or will you let another day pass by, waiting for something to magically change on its own? If there's one thing I've learned after decades of working closely with older men, it's that aging doesn't actually take away your strength. It only takes what you're willing to surrender. And most of the time, what we surrender isn't our physical bodies, but our belief that meaningful change is still possible. But I'm here to remind you that it absolutely is. Now you know about 5 powerful morning foods: whole eggs, oatmeal with chia seeds, watermelon, and sweet potatoes with Celtic salt that can restore healthy blood flow, improve muscle sensitivity, and bring life back to parts of your body that might have felt distant for far too long. These aren't fads or gimmicks. They're real foods that speak directly to your biology. Plus, you now understand exactly when and how to eat these foods for maximum impact. You recognize that how you spend your first waking hour sets the tone for everything else that follows: your overall vitality, your confidence in yourself, and even the quality of your relationships. You don't need to change everything overnight, just start. Reclaim your mornings. Let your food work for you, turning every single bite into a powerful statement that you're still actively writing your story. This isn't the end, far from it. Your next act starts at breakfast and begins with your decision to try. If this video opened your eyes in any way, please do me a favor. Click the like button so that more men like you can find this important message. And please share it with a friend, a brother, a father, or anyone else who needs to hear this message. And of course, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on more straightforward, no-nonsense health tips like these. And now I want to hear from you. If you found this content valuable, please type a 1 in the comments below. If not, type a 0 and tell me how I can better serve you in the future. Thanks so much for watching. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.